We could all get 7, sorry.
To get started.
Yes. You give me your thumbs up. And good evening, Rosa Parks Educational Campus and District 11 community. Welcome to the CEC 11 November calendar and business meeting. Before the meeting starts, I want to thank PS 189, MS 189, MS 462, and PS 723X for being our host school this month. Just a reminder that everyone, this meeting is a public meeting and it is being recorded. The time now is 5:17. Please, at this time, only CEC 11 members are speaking. For those at home on Zoom, please have your mics mute. And if you are able to, please turn on your closed captions if you think that the sound is too muffled to read the bottom of the screen. During public comments, please come to the podium and speak to the microphone. Thank you for being here with us. We have how many interpreters? Okay, at this time, we only have a Bengali interpreter, so if you could please come down and introduce yourself.
Yes. Good evening. Welcome back.
Thank you. All right, let's proceed into the roll call by our recording secretary, Ms. Elamine.
Thank you, Madam President. Good evening, everyone. I will do the roll call and I will be asking present, absent, or excused. Miss Ashley Jones,
Present.
Miss Stephanie Bonilla. Is she absent or
Present.
excused?
Present on Zoom.
Thank you. Mr. Michael McCartney. Is Mr. McCartney absent or excused?
He's excused, absent.
Excused, thank you. I am present, Ms. Zamira Alameen. Ms. Karina Garcia.
Present via Zoom.
Thank you. Mr. William Cruz. Is
Present
Mr.
on Zoom.
Thank you so much. Ms. Danielle Vera. Dr. Toba.
Present.
Ms. Topaz Mary Small. Ms. Erica Boulos Burns. Present. Mr. Peter Cole. Ms. Terry Matthews Cotton. Present. Let the record show that there are 8 members present, and we do have quorum for the meeting. Thank you.
Now for the superintendent report.
Good evening, everyone. This is just a really sense of energy here. I'm just happy to be here with all of you. We normally have our meetings at PS 121, but this is definitely a welcome change that feels really great. I want to just thank the principals for hosting us tonight. So we have Principal James Bellin, And then we have Mr. Grant, president, and then for 62. I remember when this school was built. How many of you remember when this school was built? You know, so long ago, you know, I don't know, it's like 15 years ago, it's a good long time. I remember the principals that were here, and I remember the teachers and the staff, custodians, and honestly, this was an exciting moment to have this school. At one time, it was pre-K to 8 or K to 8. And since became 2 schools, 2 wonderful schools. Now, we have a lot of fantastic middle schools in District 11. How many agree with me, just by? Lots of great middle school choice, and just, I want to let Mr. Grant, who is the new principal here at Paxton Middle School, just to say a few words. Today, he got appointed as the principal, so give him a round of applause. About his school.
Thank you very much. And she said just a few minutes, I have to be mindful, it's time to be mindful into all of this stuff. So I just want to introduce myself. So I'm Mr. Grant. I'm coming into this space with between 2 years. And if you know me, I take it very, very seriously. And just the sight of it, like, I'm working on something. I said, what do you want? You only 3 months to chill. What do you do? It's something that I really like. Don't say that to live it. Just want to give everyone just straight to first. Can I introduce my team? And so Ms. Addison, Ms. Rivera, my coordinator, Ms. Addison, my coordinator. Works as far as I am. Mr. Frank is somewhere. Mr. Bell is my partner, my monster partner every morning. Mr. I'm a very good guy, brother. I just don't want to rush this, but just to give you guys a brief background. Frank stand up, one of the things is Mr. Frank Meyer. The mission is very increase achievement. What I know that don't have been think about children with disability. I will work to, you know, to make sure these kids are successful. As a person, just gonna work together as a team and propose. We allow the numbers, we do not get it out. We speak to teachers a lot, instructional walks every 3 days. So it is something that intentional, making sure that your children are qualified to teach. Another thing I just want to mention, I was speaking to a couple of 5th graders today, and we just out of the blue, we did a quick in 3 years, 2028, kids will be graduating. And RE and get the biggest mission of what we're doing today is make sure those kids graduate 2028 with 4 regions better. Right, that's our. I'm just going to introduce myself, introduce the team, Mr. Bell, you're a very good guy, you welcome me, I love it, and we're going to keep working. Thank you. Just every Wednesday, we have called open, it's an open house, but it's meet the principal, where we welcome parents to come in every Wednesday morning at 9. Hopefully, give you a tour of the building, you sit down, have coffee, and just let you know what's going on in the building. So if you're interested, this house in the back, speak to her, we will sign you up, then have you on the building every Wednesday.
Yes.
We have, so far, we have 67 students signed up so far. Our aim is to have 100. We are on the right track in surpassing that 100 goal. So we're doing the work, we're outside, we're in the community, we're basically promoting. I wanna see that.
You might see him in Co-op City, he drives a scooter. So if you see a principal on a scooter over there, don't think, you're seeing double or, that's him driving around with a scooter and serving gas, so thanks for that. So again, I just wanna, show gratitude to the leaders here tonight, show gratitude for our parents that are coming out. I know there's a lot of things happening in your lives, but you're making the time to come out and be with your community to improve District 11, which is made up of 45 schools. I also want to show gratitude to our CEC. This is a voluntary position. It demands a tremendous amount of time and energy, but it's really about steering the district so that for students to come, we are successful. So I want to thank you, the CEC. I also want to thank my partner here, Deputy Superintendent Perez. Can we give her a big round of applause? Just a lot of gratitude to you, and also the rest of the team that's here. Also, we have Sharon, Miriam, you guys stand for a moment. They are. We're going to share some of the work that they're doing, but we are fortunate in the district. We have so many fantastic specialists that work in special ed, that work on math, that work on literacy, that work on culture, and they're doing a fantastic job. So really want to show gratitude there. Again, there is the map that's up. We're made up of 45 schools. I want to thank the CEC. They really just acknowledge and recognize that one of our schools, PS 105, is on the road to becoming a middle school. So one of the schools there moving from K to 5 to K to 8, and going to be another great opportunity for you with all the other great schools. And Deputy Superintendent Perez is going to speak to middle school choice, because there's a lot of decisions to make, and she's going to go over the timeline and how middle school selection has really changed for you guys for this year. You also, what you have here is the goals. Our philosophy on the goals, we've got to aim high. Right now, about 40% of our students are proficient in literacy, and we know that just is not good enough. We've got to do better. So we have very strategic goals with a strong, robust action plan, which includes providing and building capacity of the people that are directly with your children, our students, our teachers, doing a lot of professional development, capacity building, literacy, making sure that our teachers are on the cutting edge of knowing how to teach literacy in the best ways in 2024, 2025. The same for mathematics, science, social studies. So I'm not going to read these goals to you, but you can see they're rigorous. Each year we want to move by 10%. In some cases for our special ed students and our students that are multi-language learners, we want to even raise that or higher for them. And again, thinking about how do we do that? A lot of strategies, right? Our math program, we're close to having one core program for the 45 schools. You have a significant number of schools using elective math that really puts students front and center, driving their work every day and driving what they're getting access to. We also have a strong literacy program, which most of the district is using. And there is also language guides connected to that, strong text. I hope you hear your children coming home and talking about all the wonderful things that they're learning about. They're learning so much about history and so much about science. And I really hope that you hear that at night when you're having those conversations. I also, on to the next slide, this is a time, we're like at the first quarter, right? So we're thinking September, October, November, pretty much over. We're getting ready to move into December, which means our first 3 months are completed, and now is the time we really take stock using our assessments and saying, what have we done well? What do we need to work on? We look at the big picture, and then we look at our subgroups. We look at how our special ed students doing, how are our multi-language learners doing in each of those areas. So I encourage you to take a moment. How many of you have your school accounts, your DWE school accounts, you're able to get in and see your child's assessments and attendance and all of that? Okay, if you need help with that, that is critical for you to have access to that. So if you need help with that, Miriam and Sharon are here. If you want to have them come over during your PTA meetings, your SLT, invite them over and they can really help do a training on how to access that information because, it's critical. So, our children just did the math assessment in reading and, math. They also did the early childhood K-2, did the Acadians. And if you log on right now, you will see how they're doing, which is really critical. With that information, asking those questions of their teacher, how are they doing? How can I support my child at home? What is the best literacy practices look like? How can I build number sense and math, which is critical in the early childhood and the upper grades? So you can have those targeted conversations. So I encourage you to ask for your child's data, but also I empower you to sign up and get access to it yourself. And again, reach out to my team if you need help with that. So recently, we had a middle school fair that was very successful. We had hundreds of parents come out. We had our leaders participate, and I want to turn this over to our deputy superintendent to talk about that fair and also to talk about the selection process.
Thank you, Superintendent Bond. Can we have a round of applause for our superintendent? Earlier this year, we were going with a brand new baby, but guess what? I'm gonna have to get back to work. Here she is. Good evening, everyone. I'm Luana Perez, the Deputy Superintendent of District 11. Always so honored to be in space with our families, our community, our CDC members. So thank you all for being here this evening. As Superintendent on here, we had a phenomenal October 24th. So many people came out this year. We had over 500 people. And from what I'm told, that is the most that we've had since the pandemic, right? Ever. Okay, ever. So we had 500 this year. I'm thinking we can get 1,000 next year. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Madison Square Garden, we're gonna book it. But at that fair, it was so much buzz, joy, and excitement as our students are preparing and our families are preparing for our students to move on to the next phase of their educational journey, which will be in middle school. As you heard from Principal Grant, right here. So we just want to remind you that the timeline has actually been updated by New York City Public Schools. And now you have until December 20th to submit a middle school application. And I'm just gonna look online, where you also can look www.nyc.gov, and you can get a lot of information on middle school, the whole process. And then you'll find out that new this year, families can now list any New York City public school, middle school on their application. So though I know we are biased and we will list District 11 schools, I have to tell you have the right, the option to list any school that you would like. But please keep in mind, we want to promote great attendance and student achievement. So let's the schools that will be convenient for our students to be at every single day. And of course, with that, we say that it is an honor to serve your children and our families in the community district of School District 11. So thank you for choosing us because we do know that you have a choice. If you need any support with middle school applications, you can reach out to your current school speak with the parent coordinator there, or she can speak with Ms. Johnson or Ms. Mordella from our district team. Be further informed. With that, thank you for always up and being here and being big for your children. And we appreciate having you as our partners. Thank you.
Thank you. And so I'm coming to the close of my report before I turn it over to Sharon Johnson. I'm going to just bring your attention to some of the data of the district. I want to share the attendance. Attendance is so critical. Why? Because our students can't improve academically unless they're in school, right? If they're out of school for a day or two, they're missing a lot. They're missing those math lessons, they're missing the literacy, they missing the AIS, they're missing the EIS. So I just want to share with you, our goal is 95%. Right now, we're getting close. We're at 92.9, so we're doing a great job. We're highlighting 8 schools that made significant progress, 60. 357, 108, 83, 498, and 19. So really excited about that. But I do want to encourage you to really, right now, it's getting ready to take a break, or you might be taking vacations. And I'm hearing, the flights, if you're leaving town, it's gonna be very, very expensive. So I'm just asking that you be mindful about attendance and just know there is such a close connection to students that have great attendance. And what is great attendance? Great attendance is anything, I would say, above, having 10 days absent, right? If you're gonna be chronically absent, that's 18 days for the whole year, right? So 18 days, that's really significant. So just thinking about the importance of this, and we wish that you would work with us. I know Thanksgiving is coming up, and we're having a tremendous amount of gratitude. I do want to share the calendar that's up, and I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Johnson and Miriam to share what's happening in the district.
Good evening, I'm Sharon Johnson, Family Leadership Coordinator for District 11. I'm going to talk about the calendar really quick. Only thing that we see on our school year calendar is we are going to celebrate Thanksgiving recess. School will be closed November 28th and 29th. I also want to bring attention to November. November is also American Diabetes Month, Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month, and National Children's Month. There is something to celebrate every day, right? November 18th to the 22nd is American Education Week. November 19th, Women's Entrepreneur Day, National Entrepreneur Day, and National Play Monopoly Day. Who knew that? November 20th is National Child's Day, National Education Support Professionals Day. Do something nice for the support people when you do it. That's tomorrow. And November 23rd is Family Volunteer Together, giving back. So again, I'm a brat. I know the Wednesday, Ms. Bordella and I, raise your hand, you ever been to our Wednesday nights? Oh, you missed it out. That is the hottest thing in it. That's how I engage, educate, and empower Wednesday night. It is Zoom. That is our family workshop. We've had facilitators from the district office about NYC News, NYC Dogs. We had our health director come on and speak to our family. So there's a lot that people learn on the Wednesday night is one Zoom. Tomorrow night is and the Wednesday night, shout out to all the parent coordinators in the building. Yeah, they put together this calendar with the district team to bring you guys some fun and informative workshop. Tomorrow, our host school is PS 121. There is a cooking exercise going to be baking apple pie and pistachio ambrosia. That is tomorrow, 5 Zoom. We didn't get the flyer in the email in time that the parents wanted. We average over 100 families on Wednesday each week. Those looking for something to do on Thanksgiving, one of our community members and friends, Dr. John Goff, is hosting a free Thanksgiving dinner at the Eastwood Manor. That's Thursday, November 28th, from 11:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. I left the flyers of everything I'm saying here, there's flyers on the table, outside of the registration table. Again, these flyers were also sent to your parent coordinator. District 11 is having our annual winter toy drop. That flyer went home. We're providing some stuff for our children in need in the district. And so there's a toy drive going on now through December 11th. We do have a drop-off spot in our district office, 2750 Fruit Avenue. There's also a QR code on the flyer that just gives you a wish list. We provide a lot of nice things for our students in temporary housing, our local shelters. So if you could just be so kind and generous to speak with your parent coordinator for how you can give a gift to a child this year. And lastly, our new chancellor of Village Fragrance is having a listening tour. You get to go out, ask questions, hear what she's bringing to our New York City Public Schools. Our Bronx location tour is happening on December 10th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at PS 306. That address is 40 West Tremont Avenue. I'll be there. Ms. Marion will be there. Mr. Shepherd will be there. Please come out. We're at, right? This is the ask. One family for every school that we have, we should fill that. So I hope you guys consider going to the listening tour. Thank you.
Okay, that concludes our report. If there's any, I don't know if you want to open for questions or you want to move on with the agenda and take room for questions later.
We can do questions at the end.
Okay.
All right, now we're gonna move into the school performances. So the first school to perform, we would like for MS 189 to come down. Yeah, we can all give them a round of applause as they come down. Please. Guys, this is on one.
Just give me the.
And it's if the council wanted to just move for now and just sit right here in the front of the two schools. It's actually.
And thank you for grace. Thank you for mercy. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for wisdom. Thank you for parents. Thank you for love. Thank you for kindness. Thank you for humility. Thank you for peace. Thank you for prosperity. Say thank you in advance. What's already yours.
Potato, tomato, lamb, pork, chicken, turkey, rabbit.
All right, that was a great performance. Now can we get MS 462 to the stage, please? Thank you.
You earned it. You earned it. After all those minutes, stressing. You earned it. You can see perfect.
That's a disconnected. Oh, you're saying because we only have a half more hour for this week. I get what you're saying. Okay, I'm like, oh, but it's not 6. Wait, they didn't leave. Just so they can eat. Well, I want to give another applause to the student performances, but I do see that they left the building with so much excitement. We can just clap for them one more time. All right, I'll move into my, my president's report, which will be short. So our CEC 11 December meeting will be back at our district school, which is PS 121. And that's on December 17th. And along with that meeting, we will be doing the D11 10-year celebration. So we're going to celebrate the teachers and principals who have met tenure, and we'll be working with the district office for that. So more to come. Do we have anyone with a committee report?
I would just want to.
Oh, okay, I'll let, okay.
You want to do it first?
Mhm.
You want me to do it first?
Go ahead.
The only thing that I would like to remind is about the enrollment for high school. Because the deadline is December the 4th. And there will be, the Department of Education is doing some events virtual. And there will be two extra like events, one will be tomorrow. And I don't know if you don't have it, Topaz put it in the website, but I wanted to remind that because it's just like 2 weeks to apply for high school. And it's open for middle schools too, but for middle school, you have a little more time. But for high school will be December 4th, and tomorrow will be one event, virtual, November 20, from 5 to 6. And on the November 26th, there will be another one from 3 to 4. That's where they explain how to use the application. My school, the application to submit your application for us. I just would like to remind that if anybody is in that process.
Thank you for that, Ms. Karina Garcia.
Yes, I would just like to give a shout out to PS 106, my liaison school. A shout out to Ms. Cedeno, who's in the audience. I did attend the National Young Readers event at PS 106, and it was a wonderful opportunity to engage with young students and to read to them and to get their feedback and their questions and to see the excitement on their faces that someone came to their school on National Readers Day to read to them and to ask them questions and to give them an opportunity to speak and feel and show their confidence. It was a great opportunity, and thank you for PS 106 for inviting me. Thank you.
Did anyone else have a member's report? All right, now at this time, we're gonna open it up to, public comments. So if anyone have anything to say here, you are welcome to come down to the microphone and speak. If you had any questions about the superintendent report, or this is the time. All right, well, if we don't have anything else, can I get someone to adjourn this meeting?
I, Erica Bolos, like to move to adjourn our meeting, our calendar meeting.
I,
Can I get-
Stephanie Bonilla, second.
All right, thank you. The meeting is adjourned at 6:04.
Just confirm.
All right, let's take a 5-minute break, and then we're gonna come back to the business part of the meeting. All right, welcome to the CEC 11 business meeting. The time now is 6:17, and I'm calling this meeting to order. We'll move into roll call by our recording secretary, Ms. Elamine.
Thank you, Madam President. And we will be doing the roll call and calling, and please let me know if you're present or absent or excused. Miss Ashley Jones,
Present.
Miss Bonilla,
Present. In person now.
Mr. McCartney, thank you.
Present in Zoom.
Thank you. I am present, Ms. Samira Alameen. Ms. Karina Garcia,
Present in person now.
thank you. Mr. William Cruz.
Present, and I'll be there in a few.
Okay, great. Thank you. Ms. Danielle Vera. Dr. Toba,
Present.
Ms. Topaz Mary Small, Ms. Erica Bulloss Burns. Present. Mr. Peter Cole
Present.
and Ms. Terry Matthews Cotton. Present. Thank you. Let the record show there are 10 members present in person and quorum is met. Thank you.
Thank you. The approval of the October calendar and business minutes. Who's making a motion? What's the motion to approve the minutes? All right, can someone give me a motion to approve, the October calendar and business minutes?
October, motion to approve.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
Erica Bulloss, second.
Does anyone have anything? Okay, I'll let you move to. Can we now move to roll call votes?
That would be for the minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will do the roll call vote for the approval of the minutes. And I will ask if you approve, disapprove, or abstain. Ms. Jones, do you approve, disapprove, or abstain?
Approved.
Ms. Bonilla,
Approve.
Mr. McCartney,
I approve.
okay. I approve, Ms. Samira Alameen. Ms. Karina Garcia,
Abstain.
okay, Mr. William Cruz. Is,
I approve.
okay. Ms. Danielle Vera, okay, that's approved with edits. Okay, Dr. Toba,
Approve.
Ms. Topaz Mary Small,
Approved.
Ms. Erica Doles Burns,
Approved.
Ms. Terry Matthew Cotton,
Abstain, please.
and Mr. Peter Cole.
He has to abstain. Can I- Because you wasn't on the council at the time in October, right?
Abstain.
I wasn't present in that meeting, that's why I
Abstain. Yeah, that's why I know that. Yeah, you're the one who made me realize that.
Thank you for that. Don't worry.
Okay. So let the record show that 8 members have approved, 1 has approved with edits. And the minutes, yes, and 3 members have abstained. And the minutes have been approved. Thank you.
All right, now we can, move to the treasurer's report.
Huh? Okay. Sorry. I'm not of shape.
I know, listen, one of those days.
Okay, my ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank everyone that is been working diligently in their reimbursement claim. Thank you. And I would like to thank Naomi too for putting couple things that I suggest, like, what money is being donated in the reimbursement line. So, I can read them, the numbers. The members reimbursement, right now, the remainder we have is 13,164. For the president, we have 1,695. The monthly meals, these are remainders, what I read. Monthly meals, we have 1,302. Office supplies, 619.04. The B card, that is 238. And thank you, Stephanie, for helping us out with the website. The large events, right now we have, that money is not being touched, 3,252. And the line that we create, that we discussed, that it was about the Picard and the website, the educational software, $72. So the remainder from our budget, that is 20,392. In October, there was, there's the details there. It was the month where we more spent. Members reimbursement, 1,788. President reimbursement, $305. Monthly meals, 198. There was not, expenses in office supplies, or the money in the event line is no move. The P card, it was used $36. The educational software, it not be, it was used already. So it's, in October was spent 452. November, we just spent 250, and it's from the members reimbursement. At this point, because a lot of us will apply for members reimbursement for November. So there's some money that is being donated from members that at some point we have to or create a line or vote where we will locate that money. Question, is that sufficient? We need
Okay.
more details, is that okay?
Yes.
I think, yeah,
Any,
I have a question, not necessarily related to your report,
Mhm,
but as far as in with member reimbursement,
mhm.
is everybody, besides, Erica, has everybody got the checks that was mailed to them so far?
Yes.
And you,
So,
something may have, okay,
yeah,
The checks that you didn't
I
get,
haven't done any of it.
okay.
so we have,
Said that it went out November 8th. I think.
oh, November
Yeah.
8th, okay, so if it was November 8th,
I just got mine too.
and
It's
the
coming.
information they have is the right one?
Saturday. It's coming.
so it comes through the weekends?
Yeah, I figure I was gonna wait till like the end of the month. to-
They want to put it together for Thanksgiving holiday. It's coming. I feel like one day, we have it back. Let's move on, let's move on.
Okay, all right, Toba's saying move on, but yeah, I'll continue to follow up on that one.
Okay, so Karina Garcia, treasury report. Done.
Okay,
Thank
Toba,
you.
I move motion to accept the treasury report.
Yes,
Do we have to
sir.
accept it?
Anything finance?
Okay. Okay,
Take motion. That's all.
I have to make a motion to accept the treasury
they
report.
get extra with us
Who can
today.
make that motion? You want me to make that motion?
No, I made it already. You can't make it.
Okay, so I second the
No,
motion.
no, you
No?
send the report, somebody else should second.
Okay, so who second the motion for the treasury report?
I second Bonilla, second the treasurer's report. Thank you. Question have been asked and just voted on.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Toy.
You're welcome. That's great.
All right, okay, wait, we don't have to vote on the
Okay.
treasurer's report, okay. So now we're gonna move to the approval of the school liaisons. So can we take a look at the school liaison list?
Thank you. I like my excuse.
She said, I like my space.
I know, I'm not.
I guess the only changes was, Miss Terry Cotton and Mr. Peter Cole got schools. So
And the other chips was 481.
481 and
721, I mean, sorry, 121, Mr. McCartney.
okay.
Representing.
Okay, and so, Ms. Bonillo and Mr. McCartney swapped schools, so she's now over 481. And Ms. McCartney is over PS 121. All right, if it looks good, can someone, because we have to approve this, can someone,
I'd like to
Move into a
motion that
motion.
we approve the school liaison list swaps between Stephanie and Michael.
well, I guess can we just say the school liaison list? Just, So therefore, it'll cover Terry and Peter also
Okay, I'm
getting their
sorry,
school.
sorry. The school liaison, I'd like to motion to cover the school liaison list. That to approve the school liaison list.
Sounds good.
Danielle Bear, second.
All right, thank you. We can go into the roll call vote. Okay.
Okay, roll call vote, Ms. Jones,
Approved.
Ms. Bonilla,
Approve.
Mr. Michael McCartney,
Approve.
I approve, Ms. Elamine, Ms. Garcia, Mr. Cruz,
Approve.
Ms. Vera, Dr. Toba,
Approve.
Ms. Murray Small, Ms. Bullis Burns, approved, Ms. Matthew Cotton. Oh, this is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Mr. Cole.
Approve.
Let the record show that all members have approved and the school liaison list has been approved.
Thank you. The resolution on students' Omni cards for transportation. So, in order for us to approve this resolution, it has to be read completely, right? Yeah, it's a new thing. Are we doing this tonight? Okay,
I'd like to,
okay, well,
Each one, like one page.
I would like to motion that we move this to the next meeting.
Thank you.
We could do that. I second the motion to move it. Karina Garcia.
Motion, I'm sorry.
great, all right, so, let's table this to the next meeting. I just wanna have a quick discussion about the website. So, because I can't think of all the things to say about the website, so I'm gonna let Topaz say that. However, I'm thinking the photos for the website. So we need to get another date other than Friday, because I was just being a little bit ambitious, thinking we were gonna come in and get pretty on a Friday. And Erica's shaking her head like, yeah.
I have questions about.
Okay, well, this is the time, yeah, we can discuss that, but if you guys are interested in doing of the photo shoot, so ideally what it would be is everyone would get a professional photo. So we'll have like our individual, and I think the background was black. For the photos. So the background would be black, and then it's a one picture by yourself, and then the other one would be all of us together. For a group photo.
Like a
And-
headshot.
Yeah, and then the other one, a group, and it'll be for the website.
Okay, maybe
Mhm.
my question is like, out of context, let's say. These positions are temporary.
Mhm.
It's really possible that we will be out next year.
Mhm.
So why we need to make a photo shoot now to put it in the website?
What do you mean? This is our time. Tomorrow. You're busy from time to time. So,
Well, may I ask Karina, are you suggesting that why should we use the money for that, for something that's temporary?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
because I'm going high school, in my case, I'm pretty sure I will not be in the CC11 next
well, you can take your picture with you to see high school.
You have your photo already.
year. That's what the other question.
You have your picture.
I could use those pictures
Ab-
outside of the CC11.
Absolutely. It's your headshot.
Okay.
It's a good,
Can I ask a question?
uh-huh,
What is the bone of
Okay, so
contention?
maybe that
say
more
that.
attractive.
What is she concerned about? What is her words?
Oh, she, Oh, just
see.
why, like, what's the purpose if it's a temporary position?
We're not
For the
temporary,
schools
we're
now.
permanent. For this school year.
Yes, but,
Permanent, we're not temporary.
well, you want an appointment.
No,
Maybe you
what I
will
mean
be
is,
here for that, right?
our positions are tenure. For this period, we're permanent, not temporary. So, and this thing is for this period. Once our time is over, let people do what they want to do. So, but between now and June, they need to see the faces of those who are in the council. It's necessary. Okay?
But,
So,
I
it's
understand.
not something we should debate.
but we do have our pictures there already.
We have
We do have our
pictures. I
pictures
can
there, so I think
picture-
maybe what Karina's saying is why do the extra step, right? When
And
our
these
pictures are
would-
there already?
This will be a professional teacher,
Mhm.
right?
Okay, yes.
That is different than the picture that, in my case, I
Mhm.
submit. It was a phone picture.
Also, you don't want professional picture, right?
Yes,
And let's
why
make it
not?
optional. If you want
Yeah.
professional, do it. If you don't do it.
I was just curious about, because is to put it in the website for the CEC 11.
Mhm.
So maybe the council that coming next year in July say, we're changing everything and we don't want this website anymore.
But,
How much is it projected to cost?
right.
The price again.
100, we have to put like 30
It's 30, so it's 35 for,
per head.
For
Yeah.
per capita,
it was 35, right? So whatever,
Is it the,
let me see.
because you did the breakdown there.
I did. See,
The
let me just
picture
check my,
going there?
thank you.
No, but I will say, I'm a semi-professional photographer. And I have all of the relevant equipment, you know, y'all.
So you could do it.
Leave you giving back, right? I'll take a headshot of every single one of you, right?
Hey,
And just give it to me.
you take a headshot, what am I gonna do?
It's not that expensive. Per member could be $30.
So what-
The package is 360.
So
If-
560 in total,
$30 per member.
so 590 in total?
We 11, how many?
11, we are 11.
Yeah.
Guys, 330.
They charge us 60.
What?
A sitting fee.
No, it was just an hour. An hour allocated.
So what are we saying?
Hold on.
What you guys looking for?
And I can say right now that November 22 will be,
But that's what Ashley said.
Yeah, that was being, right, I want to just discuss it now, so if we all are like agreeing to move forward, we can pick this conversation up on email, and then we can actually get together and like select the date.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, because it will not be this Friday?
No, it will not be this,
Oh, okay.
okay, so yeah, it will not be this Friday, because after, yeah. And we have our special meeting Friday, so we could just kind of focus on that.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
So if it's, is it all or nothing, or is it everybody who sits and then that's how much it costs? I was like, it said like, didn't it say it was like?
It was 360.
So is that all or nothing, or is it whoever sits, that's like, so is it a total of 360 period? So like if two people sit, you're splitting the 360, or is it?
that's a good question.
Or is it like
Um,
whoever, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, because if it's just 5 of us that do it,
Mm-hmm.
those 360 have to be divided into these 5 people,
Yeah,
and it will not be $30.
So-
It will be more.
No, what we allocated was for everybody's headshot. That's how the price came along.
Right, it would be like everybody would have to
So it's all or
commit.
nothing, so it's
Mhm.
all or nothing.
Yeah.
It'd be all of us if
That's all I
we
wanted to know.
agreed, and then if not, then
Okay,
We would-
that was my
right.
question. Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So either all of us are doing it or it's not gonna be done. Is that what the
We
case
should
is?
just ask, let's take a, wanna do it, yes, no, you don't, then it's squash, you know, like-
Is there anybody who's not interested? Maybe?
Right.
Okay.
Well, now that
I like my. I know you do.
now that I know that I can take my picture with me, maybe I am interested in it.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Because before I was like, why are we put a photo of me in this website and,
Yes.
I think,
right, they will kick me out.
You can take
I think I'm
it.
primarily interested in the group.
I gotta eat.
photo.
I gotta
Okay,
eat.
but
Let's-
not
let's
the-
finish it.
Excuse me?
I mean, if everybody wants, that's fine,
Like,
but
yeah.
Hello?
the group photo would be
The
nice to
group
have.
photo will be nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So then
Okay.
let's revisit this over email. Tom volunteered
Yeah, to do-
some stuff,
Yes,
so I
yes.
wanna
So we could
talk to
revisit
him
that.
too, and we can revisit it all over email.
Perfect.
Is that okay with that?
Yes.
All right, did anybody have anything else? I'm just,
No.
yeah, anybody, because I think we need to.
I'm hungry.
Okay, me too. All right, can I get someone to,
Yeah. Oh, push, yes.
Do you mind if I just make a few comments?
please?
Oh. Okay, with us, and I'm gonna make it relevant. I want to just start by first saying thank you to all of you. This is a thankless job that we're doing, right? Like ensuring that in this district, that 37,000 students get access to the education that they have a right to. And you all do this work like month after month, and year after year. And I want to start by saying thank you. I understand what it means to be a CC member doing this work because I was sitting at this table, this exact table, so I get it. Now, I'm saying that because, given recent developments, we got a lot of work, right? You know, I was sitting here looking at the superintendent's report and her goals of like 10% year-over-year improvement, right? That ain't gonna happen if you have an incoming administration talking about, you know, abolishing the federal Department of Education. It ain't gonna happen because that, along with that, that abolishing the department comes some real things, right? Title I and Title IX protections, Title I funding, right? The things that our schools in the Bronx depend on and the things that schools in this district depend on, right? I was here looking at these young people dance and I saw the joy in their faces while they were dancing with a full understanding, right? That the things that we use this money for pays for them to be up here dancing with joy on their faces. Right? And an incoming administration that is literally talking about taking that away should be absolutely unacceptable to all of us. And we all have a lot of work to do to make sure that we prevent that. The other part of that is when you look at our communities and our neighborhoods and who's represented in those neighborhoods, right? And you look around the city and understand that 70% of the population of New York City is Black or Hispanic people, right? And you have an incoming administration literally coming in, talking about like mass deportations.
Yep.
And what does that mean for our community, right? Like to have ICE be able to just walk in schools and snatch kids out of schools. Like back in 2018, during the first administration, they did the same thing. They just did it at the border where they separated parents from their families. And I want people to keep that in mind as we
move in these spaces because if we are not resolute in what is acceptable for us, what is not, if we don't stand together and say we might have some ideological differences about the way these things look, but at a core level, these are the things that we all find acceptable and we all find unacceptable. Unless we all stand together in that way, we are going to sort out there over the next 4 years. And I'm saying that I'm sounding the alarm because unless we do something, that is what we're going to be dealing with. Right? Now, outside of that, there are other things that I do want to bring up very quickly. One, we are having some really serious conversations, and we pulled it off the agenda, the PEP's agenda for this month, is a conversation about student data privacy, data privacy. There have been some real issues around data privacy. There have been issues around who has access to our student and family information. What does that look like? And how do we protect our students, families, and school communities as a function of chancellor regulations? So this is one where I need people to really pay attention to what that means and what that means for you, right? And, you know, if we are considering changing a regulation, then your voice and your input needs to be a part of it. Like, these are the things that we want to see in a change in regulation as far as protecting student data is concerned. And these are the things that are absolutely unacceptable. I think we need to bring both of them to the table, right? Now, all of that said, the last thing I want to touch on is in January, the PEP is going to be voting on this 105 and 596 change in utilization, right? And I believe in full transparency. So I had a conversation over the weekend with Superintendent Lassat, and I had a conversation yesterday with Superintendent, right? And for me, there are three distinct issues. Issue number one is expanding 105 from a K-5 to a K-8 school a good idea. The community said yes, right? Like, I have not heard anyone said that opposed that part. Issue number two is expanding 596 into 105, good idea, right? As a general principle, the answer to that question is yes, right? Like, we need additional District 75 capacity.
I'm sorry.
And
There could be any
I
other-
would like to add a comment to.
Let me
There's a third.
Yeah,
Right,
wait,
The second thing is we need additional District 75 capacity
right,
in this district,
we do.
right? Third, we have an issue here where there are parents, right, that have had some real issues with the way that Principal Syracuse has worked with them or against them, right? So there are three issues. Now, in my conversation, and like I said, I believe in being transparent. I said to both of them, y'all need to figure this out, right? Because at the end of the day, what's important here is to make sure that all of our parents with students in District 75 programs feel supported, that they feel like they're a part of this, that they feel connected to it, that they have some say in how it works, right? Now, I believe that this whole thing, that whole part of it was not handled properly, which creates the situation we find ourselves in, right? So again, I believe that everybody needs to figure that part out. That said, I still believe that adding District 75 capacity to this district is a good idea, right? And in order for that to happen in a way that everybody's comfortable with, we need to deal with those issues, right? So I'm gonna leave it there. The last thing I am going to, because we got to January, that vote is in January. So I think we have time between now and January to have those difficult conversations and get those things worked out,
right? You're talking November, December, and January, right? Like we got. Last thing I wanna say is this, from the bottom of my, right? I love all of them. I love the ones that been here forever, I love this shit, right? And the reason why is because we're all in this together, right? And despite everything that's going on, we really do have a lot to thank you for. Right? We've come along, we've got a long way to go, we've also come. And I will share it in this way very quickly, then wrap. I'm 53 years old. In November 4th, 2008, right? My daughter's first birthday party. We sitting around, you know, watching like a 1-year-old play in their birthday cake. And what was happening at the exact same time? We elected first Black president. And something I never thought I would see in my life as a Black man, my children grew up for the first 8 years of their life not knowing anything different, right? Like they grew up with a world with a Black president. So they didn't understand what it meant to have a world without. And I say that because it's me something to be thankful for, to know that my children have it to look at, that as they grow up in the world, that they have some kind of reference, right? So say at the end, we have a lot of work to do, but we also have a lot to thank you for. And I would like to just let everybody know that on this upcoming Thanksgiving holiday, that those are the things that I'm taking. Like my profound appreciation for my children, for my family, for my community that I exist as part of. And I wish you all just an absolutely like joyous and relaxing, you know, Thanksgiving holiday.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to add 2 things. There's a meeting, like a hearing with the chancellor for board of, that on the 10th, it will be here. I think I registered, but I don't know if we as a council will talk about that to bring something to that meeting. Because it's supposed to present, to talk.
For the, and parent leaders.
So I don't know if the council will, before December 10,
We
meet
get together.
and talk about it. And the other thing about the expansion for 105 and the 596, the District 75, I agree with expansion, but I was thinking that why we don't look into other programs that are in D75, that we are very limited of it. Nest, Horizons, Ames, there's other programs that the district have just a few. ACES is the program that my daughter attends, and in the Bronx, in the whole Bronx, there's around 8 or 9 ACES programs. And if we go to high school, it's like 1. Truman is the only one with ACES. So maybe we would like to look into something like that. Bring another Nest or another Horizon there. I know a lot of parents saying that they want their kids, or it's appropriate for them Horizon, but there's no seats.
Right.
So why it have to be a District 75 school like 596? It could be one of these programs.
Well,
And
and,
my-
right, the thing with me is those are the types of things that as a council and as a community, you have to find agreement, right? Because once you find agreement on that, guess what? This is no shade November for me. right? But I'll shave all this off and be like, you know what? The community said this is what they want, right? It serves the best interests of our students and, you know, I'm down like no less, right? Like, I'm with you, right? But those are not my decisions to make. Those are your decisions as a council and as a community. And once you make those decisions, I'm with you.
Well, I
And
believe-
there's parents that there are families that don't know about those programs even. So it's like nobody's presenting these programs to them. So they are not, it's just District 75. It's not just District 75. There's other programs that could do this, maybe the same thing as District 75.
And I believe in our initial meeting with district planning, that was discussed, that we could, 105 could expand into either Nest or Horizon, plus the D75 section. But at least us to add the Nest or Horizon. My other thing is, I'm not opposed to the expansion of 105. My oppose is to the selection of the D75 school. I am the D75 rep. There are 9 schools in District 11 that could be expanded other than 596.
Yes.
596 is not the only D75 school that needs to be expanded in District 11. The other thing, and we have 16 sites out of those 9 schools. The other thing was, all of these things mentioned about principal services is not from now, it's for years. And Mr. Lussan has never done anything to hold them accountable on nothing. So how can, I cannot go for a school that I know what's happening now. And I had to change my child from 5th grade to a safety transfer to middle school 176 because of what was going on. The other addition is that he already had a middle school. He had a middle school and a high school. He mismanaged funds. Chancellor Carranza took that school, the schools from him. So that was already done before. No, and so that would, and the other thing with this is, since we talk about D75 and transparency, 596 has a lot of IEP violations that is gone to the state right now. So if you're talking about, you want to open a school that already got, the school is in investigation and so is the principal.
Right, so if I may.
Yeah.
What I was saying is this. There are 2 distinct issues, right? I'm not discounting or minimizing or not paying attention to any of what you said. I agree with everything you said, right? My issue is the fact that the system has not worked with affected parents to come to a resolution that everybody finds accepted, right? I think the situation is wrong.
Right, because I even asked, how does the selection happen? I wanted to be part of the process as a rep.
Yeah, and
I wasn't even asked for what do I think which school should be extended. I feel 721 should be extended. They don't have a middle school.
Yeah, the last thing I'm gonna say is this, right? As a member of the city school board, I am prohibited, expressly prohibited from any administrative or managerial function within the system, right? So my response to all of them is y'all need to work this out. Y'all need to figure this out. Y'all need to resolve these issues, right? Because these are issues that need resolution, right? And that's my position. My position is not that, you know, my position isn't whether or not a school should open or close. That's y'all decision. For me, if there's anything that's standing in the way, right, of our students and our families being treated fairly, being treated with dignity and respect, and at the end of the day, the system is working in a way that allows them to have full access or like full compliance with their IDs, et cetera, right? And that's not happening. need to figure that out, need to fix it, regardless of what we're dealing with, right? So for me, and I'm gonna just reiterate it. I need, and I've said it, I need them to meet with y'all, figure this all out, straighten it out. Because at the end of the day, who's going to lose in all of this? You, your family, like your children, like, and none of that works out if they don't get it together, right? So that's the point. And I'm with you. I just needed to say it out loud because I need everybody to know where I am and the conversations that I have, because I don't want it to be said anywhere, you know, that, Mr. Shepherd is meeting with people and having conversations about me,
Thank you, I appreciate it.
right? And not coming back and saying something to me,
Thank you for
right?
the transparency.
Never have,
Thank you.
right?
Right.
So I respect you, I respect this council, and I respect this community enough to not,
Thank you.
all right?
All right.
Appreciate you.
All right, guys, can someone make a motion to adjourn this meeting so we can go eat, please?
I, Stephanie Bonilla, motion to adjourn.
I, Karina Garcia, second the motion.
The time now is 7:01 and the business portion of the PC 11 meeting is adjourned. Stephanie signed, Karina signed.